right, and welcome back to Just a Couple Guys Talking Football. Tate, how the hell have you been?
Been good. Obviously, I got a beard right now.
Beard.
I'm on just had a hip replacement 6 weeks ago from work. So I got the whole summer off, which sounds good, but I haven't done anything because I've been recovering from that. So I thought I'd grow a beard because being a fireman, you can't have a beard. And I've always wanted a beard, even though I'm gray as all holy hell. But that's about it. Been jonesing for us to get back at it. I got some Bronco news to share, stuff I've been hearing, and then also football across
in general.
the whole land.
Yeah.
In general. It's been a pretty cool offseason, a lot of drama.
Yeah, lots of drama
every year, but a lot of drama this year.
A lot of drama.
How about you?
It's about the same. Just I'm starting to kind of get the football itch again, to be honest with you. Yeah. I know it's only June, but the draft's over and done with, but we had some OTAs, we had the rookie mini camps, that kind of thing. And we're going to really basically be right about to start, and get into where we got training camp news. And then all of a sudden it just, I feel like that the well just busts open and we just kind of go. So I'm pretty excited. There's a lot of Bears talk out here, which I'm sure we're going to cover. Are they going to stay in Illinois? Are they not going to stay in Illinois? What the heck's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Listen, at the end of the day, I just want to talk some football. And,
sure.
we're going to cover the stadium. We're going to cover that. One of the first things I wanted to kind of talk about was, since it's so fresh for everybody, but the Brandon Sorsby thing. And I want to kind of get your take on it, Tate, because the NFL just told him, I believe yesterday, that they wrote a letter to him and said, "Hey, man, we're not going to open up the supplemental draft for you. You're going to have to wait to enter the draft in 2027
next year."
Yeah.
So he can't play college football, right?
Can't play college football. He had a lawsuit saying that the judge said, "Hey, until this lawsuit is reviewed, we figure it out. He can play." But then he removed that lawsuit. The minute he removed that, all of that judgment went away. So, yeah, no college football, no pro football.
Okay. Gosh. Well, there's always been the rule that you can't gamble in season, right? Or
on your own team. On your own
team. So that goes back to the Pete Rose era.
Yep.
Right now, the college football is the wild, wild west, so that we got to have some sort of rule. I'll give the NFL a little bit of props on this.
Yeah, so am I.
I could care less about gambling. I don't think he was throwing games. I think
no.
Part of your right, but I do understand the rule.
Yeah.
So good for him. Because it kind of seemed like a little bit of a shyster. Like, oh my God, I got a gambling problem. I got an addiction. I got to go and get this handled. And then, of course, it's like, oh, we forgive this guy because that's how we are as Americans. We're soft as hell with everything, and everybody gets to do basically whatever they want as long as they admit that they're wrong and stuff. So without any consequences. Like back in the old days, we need to get back to hard, strict rules. Yes, the rules need to be fair, but all that. So that's kind of my take on it. I think it's good.
I think you brought up a good couple points, and one of them is I do applaud the NFL for doing this too. I actually wasn't aware that they had to say yes to the supplemental draft, which does actually make sense once I kind of read about it. Yeah. But I kind of agree with them. And no offense to Sorsby, and to back up your point of like, oh, hey, I got a problem. I get it. You got a problem. But, buddy, you also did it $90,000 worth, okay? It's not like this was just like, hey, oops, I threw a $20 on this game. This has been a habit for a while. And here's the other thing. No offense to Brandon Sorsby, but it always kind of seemed like he had 1 foot in, 1 foot out of everything until he figured out where his best angle was to probably play football, which I kind of don't blame him in the long run because he's going to lose valuable time this year, but he has to lose some kind of time. He committed a rule violation, to your point. There needs to be punishment. Sorry. Yes, part of that punishment is, hey, I can't play football because of this. Yes, you can't play football. And I'm glad that the NFL kind of said something. Yeah. I guess people said that some teams were interested, but really, he could have went through the supplemental draft and not even got drafted. So then I don't know what would have happened if he would have just became a free agent. I don't know, but like, listen, Sorsby, go do a year of rehab. Go speak at some high schools. Go talk to some smaller junior colleges, and revive your character for a little bit. Hey, listen, man, I think he could still get into the NFL draft next year and be fine. I mean, yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be able to go to a JUCO or anything. I mean, there's
no, but I'm saying speaking at speaking to players of the dangers of gambling. He's got to try to revive that.
Kind of what Ryan Leaf does to all the rookies.
Yeah, about the painkiller stuff and stuff, right?
But we got to get rules in this college because it's the Wild West, and it's. The good thing that I'll always defend the NIL is like these players are going to screw themselves by as many times as they transfer. I want more money.
Yeah.
That's going to screw them going into the NFL because the coaches look at everything and they're going to be like, oh, so this guy's all about money. He's all about the coach was mean to me. So I shouldn't be I should have everything I want. So like the good thing is to me is the NFL will always weed out those guys.
Well,
and wants character guys, not that every team does, which we'll get to
right.
Cooper here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So... Boy, he had a heck of a week, or 2 days, or 48 hours at one time.
It was about 6 days.
Oh, okay, sorry. Listen, I think at the overall, I agree with you. I think our main point is I applaud Brandon Sorsby, or the NFL's decision on not letting Brandon Sorsby enter the supplemental draft. Do I still think he's got a shot to get in the NFL? Sure. I mean, obviously, here's the other thing. If he was some backup tight end, we wouldn't even be talking about this guy at all. It's just because he plays quarterback. And I mean, are there questions on what Indiana, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, everybody knows? Sure. But at the end of the day, I think the NFL did the right thing. He's not going to play this year, and it would just be another distraction that they don't need. They don't need that at all. Let's talk a little Broncos. But before we jump into your Jonathan Cooper rant, what about your boys getting Jalen Waddle? Let's hear a little excitement. I know I was pretty excited for you.
Kind of deep into the story for all the people who don't know what's going on with the Broncos is they tried to get him in season last year before the trade deadline. Them and the Rams were highly pursuing him. The Dolphins asking price was too much. I like it. Obviously, the Broncos need some more firepower.
Yeah.
On offense, and it's pretty amazing what they did. Honestly, the last 2 years with the talent level on offense, what they're doing. So, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to open up everything. There's even talk of Marvin Mims getting traded, which I hope not because he's a special talent.
Disagree with that one too.
Returner, but also in every clutch game they have won, going back to the last 2 years, he always is making the big play.
I agree.
And I just think
I agree.
The problem is he's a little injury prone. He's little. He concussions. He's a little injury prone. But
you gotta admit though, there's got to be something wrong with him and Sean Payton. Because, when we brushed about that a little bit.
There is, and I think what it is I think picking up the offense, picking up the end game.
Mm-hmm. Probably doesn't know the playbook. Yeah.
But with that type of talent, man, the Broncos are all about drafting and developing.
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy they got later in the rounds, and they developed him.
Yeah.
To me, there's too much still potential with him. I hope they don't do it. And I don't know what the hell we're going to, like Ingram.
Yeah. Oh God. I don't even know what to think with him. Yeah.
And then they drafted a few tight ends that have some promise later round. But to me, it's like we still don't have that tight end. I think they're going to go different packages.
Yeah.
They could definitely use Marvin Mims. I'm really excited. All the listeners who listened to me about my rants about Sean Payton last year, he did a big boy move, swallowed his pride, and gave up play calling. And it was all about him. And even the Pinners came out and said, that wasn't us. That was him. So,
I still think that he did that.
Davis Webb.
He did that. He did that for Davis Webb. He did that for Davis Webb.
He did it for Davis Webb, but he even said, he goes, that's how I got my start.
Yeah.
But he admitted, he goes, he's slow. His thinking's slower. He's a lot more conservative than he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And good deal. And the sad thing is that if Davis Webb was calling the plays last year, we would have been in the Super Bowl. Probably would have lost. Actually would have lost because we didn't have Bo. But kicking that going for that 4th and 2 on that play and not
Mm-hmm.
kicking the field goal to go up 10-7 against the Patriots. They would have won the game on that with the weather and everything. But
Yeah, for sure. Listen, Jalen Waddle will be an absolute stud for you guys. I've loved him in Miami since he got there. I loved him when he was on Alabama. Really just solid player. Doesn't have any fear going over the middle. Has really good hands.
And he's a character guy, too.
He is a character guy.
He's a team player.
He's a practice guy. He's a veteran guy.
Yep.
He's also, listen, he's a guy that can get you that, 7-yard catch if you really need to secure it. He can also take that 7-yard catch to the house if he needs to. He's got some speed. So, and I'll be honest with you, you guys were just dying. I thought you guys, we talked about it. I thought you guys were going to be in on the A.J. Brown trade. I thought you guys were going to be sneaking that. But Jalen Waddle to A.J. Brown, I think Jalen Waddle is a little bit younger than A.J. Brown.
Yeah, that, and also, too, we got A.J. Brown. He's not as good as Cortland Sutton. It's kind of like A.J. Brown. I mean, he just drops the ball. A.J. Brown doesn't. But
and what's the other receiver from Oregon?
Troy Franklin.
I had such high hopes for him.
He had a good 7 games, and then he did what he normally does. He drops a lot of balls and he gets hurt.
Yeah. What's the status on Bo Nix's ankles? By the way,
he could have practiced all OTAs. They held him back. Basically, what he said is he was so ahead on schedule.
Yeah.
He had some bone spurs. He was 100%.
Loose bodies.
Mm-hmm.
In the ankle.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I had all kinds of bone spurs in my hip, and it led to a hip replacement. As a 47-year-old man.
Did you and Bo Nix do PT together? By the way, inquiring minds want to know. Did you guys have physical therapy at the same time? No. Oh, okay. Sorry.
We were basically doing PT at the same time, though.
Right. So, well, I just the rumors were that you guys were. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. But so he had a simple he could have gone, but he was having a little bit of pain. They went in there. They cleaned out some bone spurs. No big deal. He's 100%. He could have gone in OTAs. They held him back. To me, of course, they're going to tell you, everybody, what they want to hear. I'm alarmed. This is his 5th ankle surgery since high school. I hope to God they fixed it this time. He says going in, he is finally healthy for the first time in the last 2 years, going into his 3rd season. Even that counts college too. He's had a lot of problems with this. I just don't think they got to the root of it. I think it broke in the right spot.
Yeah.
But to me, it's alarming. To me, it's alarming because that's 5 ankle surgeries, and we know how that is. The one thing I compare it to is Drew Brees, of all the injuries he had, and then I think by year 5 he kind of took off, and you didn't see him injured.
Yeah.
So it's been done. I mean, he's everything you want. I think he's completely underrated. He's getting no respect.
He's like to be honest,
and more comebacks than ever.
I agree. I mean, listen, he's like listen. I think, and we can go back and forth on that one all day long, of course. But I absolutely agree with you that Bo Nix is completely overlooked right now, and it's probably having to do with the injury. But I said this to you the other day. And you said it the same thing about the Broncos like I say about the Bears. Not a lot of people are talking about our teams. Yeah, they're talking about a stadium here and there. Yeah, they're talking about this or that. But, I kind of like that there's not, the Bears aren't favored to win the division. There's not a lot of hype, which I actually kind of think is...
I like it, too.
I think it's absolutely asinine, by the way.
What was my number one thing last year? What was my number one complaint last year when Sean in training camp goes, we're a Super Bowl caliber team?
Yeah, because then you got that.
The spotlight. And the whole media.
Yeah.
Excuse me, blew up.
Yep.
And everything's focused on the Broncos. I love being the underdog. Especially our first 4 games are freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, man.
We need that little bit overlooked type of thing. It's going to be a tough year. I still got him. I had him 11 wins last year. I have him at 11 wins again this year.
Yeah.
They obviously surpassed what I thought. However, 11 wins, would they have 11 wins of the last second drives to win? So down 1 point going into the late in the 4th quarter.
They can't
do that crap again.
No, and I'll agree with you too, because the
But
Bears had a lot of
you learn
late
how to
game
win.
magic too.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, exactly.
Just like Chicago.
Listen,
I think it's the best thing for
it's
a young
it's
team
the best thing to do is to learn to win. Now, can you keep winning like that? No, but now you can learn how to win a different way, and that's something that I think is that people might not see
Sure.
is that you might win by domination now. Like,
Yeah.
hey, now we know, and guess what? Time for you to play catch up. Let's go. That's what I kind of feel like. Listen, I know it's really early, and I know I'm just starting to get the football itch. I have these really, really bright side feelings about the Bears this year that I can't even share yet because but I've got a positive feeling. And yeah, same thing like you said, flying under the radar. Not a lot of people talk about, okay, Detroit, you're favored to win the division. Great. I love that. Let's talk about Detroit. Let's talk about Kyler Murray in Minnesota. Go ahead, whatever you want to do. And we'll just be doing our thing, and by the time you guys get ready to play us, it's too late.
So let's talk about that real quick, about Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Actions, if you watch the NFL enough, actions speak louder than what they're saying.
Yes.
What are their actions? Okay? They're not confident in J.J. McCarron or
J.J. McCarthy, too. Yeah, him, too.
McCarthy,
Yeah.
Whatever the hell his name is.
Well, of course they're not. Of course they're not.
So like, and you're bringing in Kyler Murray. Yeah, he's an athlete, but come on, man. But, like, they screwed up.
Mm-hmm. Hey, they let Sam Darnold go and technically Daniel Jones go. They let them both go. And both of them were good. Both of them would have been better than JJ last year.
Especially Minnesota's coach is a great coach. It's mind-numbing, but for you being a Bears fan, heck yeah.
I actually think it's funny because I kind of feel like with the JJ McCarthy thing, and I know that they're kind of separating now by getting Kyler Murray, but like last year, it felt like that they were doubling down on a bad pick. They were like, no, we got to stick with him. He's young. We're going to do it. And listen, he beat us one time, don't get me wrong, and he didn't play that bad against us, but I didn't see anything there that I was like, oh my God, J.J. McCarthy is going to be a force to be reckoned with for the next, 10 years. Sure. Listen, Kyler Murray, too. I think he'll play, of course, he's going to play better with Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, he finally got, I do like the move, but it's also like, they don't
It's Kyler Murray, too, by the way, people. Yeah. It is Kyler Murray. He had a lot of opportunities there in Arizona. And don't be like, well, now he's got Justin Jefferson. Yes, he does have Justin Jefferson. That's a big deal. He had receivers in Arizona, too. It's not like he was just there by himself throwing rocks against the wall.
Sure.
He had teams. They were a playoff contention team at the beginning. But now is he a better athlete than J.J. McCarthy? Probably. Does he have a better touch on the football? Absolutely. Absolutely. He can actually complete the passes to Justin Jefferson is what.
Sure.
So I think, talking about Kyler, I think he wins that job. Now, what does that mean for JJ? I mean, dude, if I'm them here soon, you're not picking up his 5th-year option or whatever. No way. Right? Because he's 1 year away from that.
I mean, you can pick it up by week 11, 12 if you.
Yeah, but still, Okay, all right. Here's a good question.
I do like teams taking quarterbacks and trying.
Oh, I totally agree with you.
McConnell, he's a great coach. He's a quarterback.
Kevin McConnell, Kevin O'Connell, Kevin D. Connell, whatever it is.
McGrath, McCarron, whatever it is.
Okay. All right. Question for you. Kyler Murray, we both say wins the job. I agree. How long does he start the whole season?
Yes.
Okay.
Until he gets hurt.
You know what? I was just about to say, I don't think he'll get benched. I think he'll get hurt. That's what will happen. Because he'll be.
He's like Lamar Jackson. They run around with the chicken with their head cut off.
And then the next thing. Yeah, but he's not the size of Lamar Jackson. He's a little bit smaller.
Lamar gets hurt every damn year. He's been hurt every year in the league, just like J.K. Dobbins with the Denver Broncos. That's a great signing again. Actually, he was pretty good, but he didn't cost him much. But
man, I felt so bad because I loved that Dobbins move for you guys last year, and he was really showing up well. And then he does it. He does it every year.
5 years he's been injured every year.
All right.
So that's the thing you got to look at with these guys. They're injured every year. They're going to get injured, and a lot of it's other injuries because everything overcompensates. It's just the same thing with my hip. All my injuries are on the right side. My hip finally gave out. of all my history of physical labor, football, firefighting, everything else, that the other side went out. That's what happens with all these it's overcompensation. That's why like they have an injury bug. It's because they're injured
and they keep trying to overcompensate the injury, and they injure the other side.
That Bo Nix. That's the whole thing.
So
do you want to talk about Jonathan Cooper?
I want you. Yeah, actually, I would like for you to do the news reporting and fill us in and give us the timeline and tell us what your thoughts are.
What sucks about this is he's been a silent killer. God, he was like a 4th round draft pick, I think.
Yeah, a sack machine. A sack machine.
Stayed out of trouble. So, anyways, his girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, 4 years, accuses him of cheating on her, which we know these NFL players, they're cheating on their
probably
not all of them, but some of them. It's probably about 80% of them do.
Some of the coaches too, by the way. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, some of the coaches. Yeah, we'll get into that. It's all of them. Everyone's cheating in the NFL.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, so she takes the phone away from him. I'm going to give you the Cliff Note version.
Go ahead. I love it.
She takes the phone away from him. He grabs hers and bites it. She attacks him, blah, blah, blah. Cops get called. They both get arrested. Okay? That's basically in the nutshell of everything that I've heard what happened on the first Thursday. Fast forward to next Thursday, he gets off practice. He starts texting her, and he goes over to say hi and try to reconsider. Like, hey, please, like let's handle this. I guarantee that's what he's trying to do. However, she's claiming she called the cops saying he's in violation of a protection order, which usually with a domestic violence they automatically do a protection order.
No, of course.
And one person's always going to jail regardless of what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But she admitted to attacking him, taking his cell phone. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, his lawyer is basically saying there's no protection order. So there's some gray in this, and he has a very high-named lawyer like they all do.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically that lawyer is right. There's no protection over. However, use your brain. The NFL is going to come down. I would not be. He's going to have a mandatory 6-game suspension, or a 6-game suspension, or he's going to be kicked off the team. Problem is they're big on this, which I agree with. They should. There's just a lot unknown, and also the DA of Parker, Colorado, dropped all charges against her, which makes no sense because she admitted to obstruction of telephone.
So what is his charges right now? Is his charges domestic violence?
He has felony charges of freaking violating restraining order.
Assault.
Supposedly he grabbed her by the neck.
Assault, yeah.
Okay, that was another thing going back. Is the police report said there was no marks on the neck.
Mm-hmm.
When they got when she got arrested and goes to jail, when you go to jail, you get evaluated by the nursing staff. My lady's a nurse at a jail. I know about all this crap. And the nurse said, no, wait, there's strangulation marks or something.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff. He's got a good lawyer. He could get off on a lot of stuff. The thing is
but the NFL's not gonna. The NFL's not gonna let him off.
You have to do that. You have to.
I agree. Listen, I mean, I don't know all the facts here, and but I mean, something's gonna have to happen to this guy. Now, do you think so? Do you think the Broncos are going to kick him, or do you think they're just going to take the suspension and see what happens?
I think they're going to let it play out because the Walter Penner group is very smart. And how they
don't rush into a decision kind of thing.
I'm telling you, this ownership group is building a dynasty. You heard it here. The Broncos are going to be a dynasty. They're the wealthiest owners. They put in 70.
Is that because they signed Sean Payton to the 5-year
$750 million facility? Huge freaking deal.
Yeah.
They are all about winning. They got the state of the art everything. And they're having stadium issues too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So my personal opinion, they're going to let it play out. I could see it sucks, but I could see him off the team.
I kind of have this feeling that they're just slowly letting it play out. I mean, the NFL does the same thing. The NFL is going to wait on this until everything's done. So, I mean,
until proven guilty.
Hey, look at what just happened with Stephon Diggs. Look at what's happened with Stephon Diggs when he was accused of some stuff. And I'm not comparing these two cases. I don't know all these. I don't know all the facts of the Jonathan Cooper case. I'm just saying There was an accusation against Stephon Diggs, and that case was completely thrown out after she got on the witness stand and sounded like not the smartest person in the world. And the problem I have is, yes, he was such a dynamite player for you, and it stinks because it's like a black cloud no matter what. Okay.
Well, it was also too he wasn't like Von Miller, who's always in trouble.
No, he had a bad week.
But I guarantee he was advised by the Broncos coaching staff and his lawyer and ownership, do not contact her.
Right. Well, I mean, right, easier said than done. Easier said than done, whatever. I mean, it's a long-time girlfriend. I mean, like I said, I can't think of where he was at his headset or she was. No, the main thing is it's a shame.
I understand
it's a shame.
that, but you want to talk. I'm sorry. Let's work this out.
Let's out.
But you can't do that when you have this charge. Another thing with the Broncos, real quick. So they're in the running for building a new stadium, I think.
Yeah, give me the update on that. I'll give you mine.
2033, supposedly just a little farther northeast of the current stadium in Denver, downtown Denver. They got the land, everything out. Go to find out. The Denver Water Department is wanting something, and the Walter Penner Group is like ready to go, and now they're waiting on this. So, I'm telling you.
So where would it be? Where would it be right now? The proposed site. Where would your site?
It's called like Brigham Yards. It's just it's like.
Oh, I know where it is.
North.
Okay, it's not that bad. Yeah, I know where it is. Okay. Yeah, it's just a little north of where it is.
Let's get the hell out of crappy Denver. I want them to move to Lone Tree, even though that's farther south or by the airport.
Why not by the airport? Why not just do the airport? Like, just do the airport.
They have so much stuff out there now, and they have so much land. Who cares? Nobody That's still classified as Denver, by the way. Denver owns...
Well, of course it is. Yeah. They just went up Pena Boulevard right there. But yeah, absolutely. Yes. You can still call it Denver.
So supposedly they're looking at Aurora, the airport, and Lone Tree.
I just feel like
Aurora, where they're looking at, is right across from DIA. It's fine. It's still going to be Denver.
I think that one makes the most sense. That one makes the most sense. Is the airport?
What makes the most sense is Lone Tree. They're the biggest player right now.
Really?
Lone Tree is south of Denver. Yeah, and I'm fine with it because downtown Denver, everything else has turned into such a crap show with everything. It's not the same old Denver. Get it out of there. It's a pain in the ass for parking and maneuvering and everything else, and the crime.
Every stadium. It's dumb. You can't ever get in and out of these things. It's so ridiculous. Nope. Okay, let me ask you this.
I was impressed when I went to the Chicago Bronco game a few years ago. I was impressed how
well, yeah, I feel like we sprinted to the car and just got out of there right under the shot. But we didn't necessarily have the right direction.
The Broncos came back.
Yeah, I remember you couldn't stop telling me in the car. Hey, so let me ask you this: are the Broncos going to build like an open roof thing, or would it be like a dome-ish kind of thing?
It's going to be a retractable roof. Everything I heard, so they can get.
There you go, Super Bowl. You could get the Super Bowl.
All the big things. Yep, it's smart for them to do it. I just hope when there's weather, they don't close the thing. It's part of football.
All right,
play in the weather.
All right. Well, let's do this.
How about the Broncos?
Let me cue you guys in. I did this for Tate the other day, folks, but I'm gonna start at square one with the stadium as best to my knowledge and go all the way to where we're at today. Now, how do the Bears want to leave Chicago in general, right? Because Chicago's great, blah 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 blah. This all started because the Bears don't own Soldier Field. They rent it from the city of Chicago, which is a park district. Sure. Long time ago, the Bears wanted to have one of those sports books, like every stadium has right now. DraftKings Sportsbook, whatever. Put it on the one side. They needed to get Chicago Park District's approval. Chicago Park District drug their feet, like everything happens politically in this state and city. And eventually the Bears said, you know what? F it. We're leaving. We're leaving. And they go and they make this deal with Arlington Heights to buy the old racetrack. Fast forward, they bought the racetrack. They've knocked down the whole racetrack. The racetrack is gone. It is completely cleared. Everything's ready to go. So, The Bears in Arlington Heights. Bears have a deal with the Arlington Heights town saying this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this with taxes. Okay, yeah, finally they agreed on everything. The governor was like, that's fine. The only thing I think, so the Bears are going to fund the stadium themselves. All they want is some tax breaks. And, from Arlington, which was agreed to with Arlington. Then the last thing that I heard was the Bears wanted help with the infrastructure of the metro station, which is the train that goes there. It already has a train that goes to Arlington. The governor was like, I don't see why not. What's the problem? Like, we need to do it. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow, by the way. It's not like you have to rebuild the station tomorrow.
Yeah.
But he's like, it doesn't sound like a bad idea. Well, the state had to vote on everything. And that deadline was, I think, like June 8th, whatever, like earlier this month. And if they didn't vote on it and pass it, then it couldn't necessarily be redone till 2027. So the Bears were in on this Arlington deal. In the meantime, you know that they've been talking to Indiana, and Indiana has a place in Hammond, Indiana, which is right outside of Chicago. It's an old steel mill kind of area. Really industrial that they want to build up. Indiana said, we will give you a tax break. You know, blah, 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 blah. That has always been a smokescreen. Always. Now, what happened with the vote in Springfield is the Bears said, we can't find any more viable options in Chicago. This is it. We have to go to Arlington. This is our last hope. So the Illinois people were like, hey, that makes sense. Pause. Kevin Warren, this whole time, and we'll get on to him in a second, the president of the Bears, had started talking to the Chicago people again. Just going, well, if this doesn't work, or if Indiana doesn't work, what were you thinking? Well, the word got back to some of the constituents in Springfield that live in Chicago. So now they're getting pressure from their people going, hey, don't sign this deal. The Bears might stay in the city. Like, don't blow this now. Like, don't go to Arlington. Don't do it. So then all of a sudden there was this give and take because now they lost votes. And so the whole thing is, so the vote went through, didn't pass. Arlington, there was a last minute thing, all this stuff, but it wasn't what Arlington agreed to. So they were all ticked off. And now the Bears are back to basically, here is what the Illinois said to the Bears. Okay, you're telling us that you're threatening us with Indiana. Well, we didn't pass something, so what do you got? And the Bears are basically like one hand on the door. We're going to go. We're going to do it. Be careful. They're not going to Indiana, folks. They bought the land in Arlington. Now, here's the thing. Doing the most Bears thing that they could do is they hired the wrong guy to do this deal. Because he's a moron, Kevin Warren. I'm sorry. If you're listening to this show, you deserve it. You have effed up this deal left and right. And they bought the land already. You lost all your leverage. We know where you're going. Now, supposedly, I read today that, 2 more Illinois sites want to jump in to get the bidding up. Fine. Whatever. Folks, Indiana's not going to happen, and there's a lot of reasons why. Number one, one of the sites that they want to build on is called the slag heap, which is toxic and radioactive, so that sounds fantastic. And an environmental report came out, too. By the way, you can't even build on that site till 2050. There is something that's called an infrastructure report that needs to be done when you build a stadium. I'm sure Denver already has theirs for that site. Chicago Bears already have it all done in Arlington. It's all done. It takes years, by the way. It takes like 2 years.
Money invested into Arlington.
Too much.
It's not like the Walter Pinner group with the Broncos. They have more money than.
No, these are the McCaskies. They are the cheapest people alive too. Yep. They really are. Yep.
So the Pinners will just like, okay, screw it, we're not doing this.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
They could pull the plug. Right.
They'll make their other billion. They'll make $1 billion doing Walmart crap or something else. So
the problem is you're absolutely right.
The one thing I will say is, we've all seen crazier things happen. I definitely believe you. I believe you. It's gonna.
I'm going to tell you this. When the vote didn't pass and the Hammond announcement came, my optimism of Arlington faded a little bit. I will tell you that. But at the end of the day, they just don't have the things there to pull it away. Then I heard that Indiana was like, "Oh, we can get you the tax break," but then the proposed tax break around the stadium, the people were like, "No, we don't want to pay this." So it's a mess. Exactly. Here's the deal.
And that's
it's a
mess.
The
Broncos owners are doing. They're doing all the funding. They're going to jack up the prices. They'll get their money back, but there's going to be no additional tax, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because to me, diehard Bronco fan, I'm not paying any of my money for a new freaking.
I mean, come on, and we talked about this, but folks, we're hearing about the the personal seat licenses alone for these places are getting ridiculous.
Absolutely no way.
Ridiculous.
This is why I don't go to games anymore. It's a complete ripoff. They broadcast so well. I got 2 freaking amazing TVs that turn on the red zone and that. You've seen my setup.
Yeah, I've seen it.
College football, I got 3.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I got the YouTube multi. But I got 10 games going on. So it's just it's the whole thing like you and I were talking about yesterday. Mm-hmm. How many more we're going to see the NFL every day of the week. Except for maybe not Saturdays because they know college football dominates.
So folks, real quick to cue you,
you're watering down the product. Right. Stop. We are great right now. Just stop.
So to cue you in, folks, because the conversation that Tate and I had the other day was the NFL would love to push to have a game on Tuesday, a game on Wednesday, a game on Thursday. They will try to stay away from Friday, but man, if they could, they would have a game on Friday. But I totally understand the respect for the high school games and the college games. So they can't do it till later. But I'm going to tell you what, folks, I agree with Tate on this one. They are going to try to do a Tuesday game, a Wednesday game, a Thursday game, which they already have. Listen.
Friday and Saturday probably out.
Yeah,
Sunday,
till later in the season.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Till later in the season, right? Now, here's the thing.
We're going to do this. Yep.
We're going to have 2 games on Sunday morning and 2 games on Sunday afternoon. That's. I hope it doesn't go that way, and I agree.
The overseas crap. None of the players, by the way, want a Thursday. None of them want to play Thursday. None of them want to go overseas.
And you and I talked. Yeah.
Give me a break. I guarantee the ratings on all of them are freaking down.
Well,
your team, because seriously, 7:00 on a Sunday morning to watch you watch the Bears play in England. Come on,
it's never been that much fun. I know people that have gone to those games and say it's really great. I just don't,
because it's a vacation. It's a vacation. That of course
right.
It's great.
Well, of course, every vacation's great, right? I kind of feel like the NFL wants to get to where they're the World Cup when they show up places. Oh, look at us. We've got the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Look out. Here we go. It's just, I'm sorry to say, I think that they need to focus more on building the game properly rather than expanding it until it's so watered down until.
Every professional, like Tom Brady's big in this too right now. He's like, you're seeing crappy football because you can't practice.
Yeah.
And then, and by the way, college football runs all the spread concepts. So their education quarterback's education coming into the league is down because they don't know how to read a defense. And we've talked about this multiple times.
How many times? How many times do they use to stare off at the sideline to see what they're supposed to call?
They don't. And they make one read and throw, and that's where the zone read, comes in.
Yep.
And it's crap. And the players union sucks. We don't want to practice anymore. It's like, hey, idiots, the practice. I know that. I know nobody wants to practice, but that's how
it's what makes you better. It's what makes you better.
Makes you better, and you're gonna get paid more money, and you're gonna have less injuries the more you practice.
What did Bill Parcells say that one time? That's why you lift all them weights. That's why you do all those things, right?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I totally agree with you.
And I guarantee the teams, let's just say top 8 teams. At the remaining of the season, they all practice as hard as they can.
Right.
Their quarterbacks in the offseason take their receivers and work on timing. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, the best of the best at it. Aaron Rodgers, well, not Aaron. Aaron's smoking peyote and doing whatever the hell he's doing. But
him and McCarthy.
Him and McCarthy are out hanging out.
Okay, hang on. Let's just do a rapid fire section here. I'm just kind of shooting from the hip. I want to get quick thoughts on Myles Garrett to the Rams. How crazy is that? Awesome, right? Okay.
Good for the Browns. Good for
I actually, by the way, Browns, yes, you needed to get something for him now. Because he's going to walk.
As long as, excuse me, I can't talk.
That's all right. We're okay.
As long as Sean McVay is the head coach there, this will always happen. He's done it every year.
He pushes it. Hey, I never mind because the Rams, to me, they push their chips into the middle and they go for it.
That's how you should do it. That's what every great
Let's go.
Broncos used to do it back in the day.
Okay, are they automatic Super Bowl? Are they automatic favorites for the Super Bowl?
I would say so on paper because it's way too early. It's paper.
Yeah, you got to see how it works.
I think you have to.
He could be scary there though.
Oh my God!
And not only that, folks. The other thing,
coming out of retirement.
He's not going to come out of retirement. I'm sorry, he's not going to do that. Listen, the only thing I'm going to tell you that
they've had 20 conversations with him. By the way, I think he's coming.
You think?
It's a joke.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think the other thing that they did too, which was really good, was they went and signed one of the Chiefs' cornerbacks that plays man, and then they went and traded the other one. Dude, their cornerbacks are legit now, and that was one of their problems last year. They couldn't cover anybody. Now you got somebody pass rushing like Myles Garrett, and you're covering. Nah, they're going to be in trouble. I mean, I'm gonna hate to beat them in the NFC Championship game, but that's fine. I mean, that's fine.
You got an awesome quarterback. Right now they're the favorites.
All right, there we go. Both like the Myles Garrett. AJ Brown to the Patriots.
Great. I mean, that's Vrabel drafted him. Vrabel knows how to use him.
Oh yeah.
I stand with AJ Brown with the crap show of the last year.
Oh, I'm 100% with you.
I saw enough reports and watched Philly enough of freaking Jalen Hurts. They caught lightning in a bottle that year. They were so good defensively and that running game. That guy cannot. I heard a lot of his teammates can't stand it. And I used to be a big component of him until hearing this stuff and then watching the games going, what the hell are you doing? You look like a high school quarterback out there.
Well,
I agree with AJ Brown. I think he's a locker room killer. I think he's passionate. His mouth was shut when they won the Super Bowl.
Listen.
Yeah, he wasn't getting the ball because Jalen Hurts isn't throwing him the ball. The Broncos played him and beat him. It was just like, holy cow.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I totally agree with you in this way that, okay, AJ Brown's a diva. Sure, all wide receivers are diva in a way. I don't care. They all are. Yes. But I agree with you. The character stuff that I would take him in a heartbeat too. Because I'll tell you what. Yep. He knows he's going to get the football in New England. I guarantee it. That's what. And you're going to watch Drake May have a lot easier time throwing the ball to somebody like AJ Brown. Yeah. And also, you're going to probably see.
What we were kind of talking too is their schedule wasn't tough last year until they got to the playoffs. And look at the playoffs. They should have lost every game in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They lost the Super Bowl. They should have lost against the Broncos.
Yeah.
God, who they play before that? I don't even remember the whole. But anyways, as soon as the freaking competition got spicy, they struggled. I mean, the Bills beat them at the regular season. They also beat the Bills. But I'm telling you, their division is the Bills. The Bills and them.
That's it. The Dolphins stink. The Jets stink. I'm sorry. Did you see the Jets just traded for Zach Wilson again? By the way, I think that's so hilarious. Listen, okay, rapid fire. This is my last rapid fire for you. What is your thoughts on the Bills this year? Buffalo Bills. Okay. New coach, Joe Lombardo.
The Bills honestly should have beat the snot out of the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Josh Allen got it in his own way, or was it the coaching?
5 turnovers. There was no reason the Broncos should win in that game. I think there needed to be a coaching change. Sean McDermott has had a great.
I agree with you.
He's just not the finisher, man. It's the same thing like with John Fox here at the Broncos.
Oh, we had John Fox in the Bears. We had John Fox in the Bears. Same thing.
John Fox in the Bears. Okay, bam. Yeah. 1 year Kubiak comes in. Yes, everything changes. It was a defensive freaking year. They win the goddamn Super Bowl.
Okay, so your prospects are pretty good then.
Certain coaches who did.
So you think pretty highly of the Buffalo Bills this year?
I think it was a good move.
I think they needed to change Sean McDermott. I totally agree with you. Listen, whether they needed to go to that Joe
coaches too to assist. Who's their head coach? Is it Dorsey?
No, it's Lombardi, right? Joe Lombardi, right?
No, Joe Lombardi's our offensive coordinator for the Broncos.
Oh,
a young guy.
Yeah, but he's the guy that coached at LSU. He's the guy that was the offensive coordinator at LSU. Hang on, folks. This is why we use these phones.
Obviously,
keep going. Fill it up. Joe Brady.
But anyways,
Joe Lombardi. Joe Brady. Sorry, think Joey. Ken Dorsey, Joe Lombardi, whatever it takes, folks. We're gonna listen. We're gonna get you through the show one way or the other, folks. I'll tell you that.
Potato. Let's throw the whole thing.
Bizuzo basso.
I think they need to change. Let's see it.
Okay, I agree with you.
Josh Allen's like freaking goddamn John Elway so much that eventually you just gotta
Okay,
man,
I think Josh Allen is way in his prime. I think that man, if you see him like with his happiness of holding his daughter and his wife and all this stuff, I think that guy is kind of peaking right now. I think I totally agree with you. Needed change from Sean McDermott. Just this message was stale. I love the DJ Moore trade, of course, for a lot of things. DJ Moore is going to be a stud for them because he was a stud for us, and he didn't have Josh Allen throwing to him. Sure. He had Caleb throwing to him last year, and he had a pretty good season. Here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. And Sean McDermott was really good with that defense, and I don't know what that defense is going to look like without him. That's where I sit with it. There's just a little bit of...
The defense was weak the last 2 years, though, too, and it came to clutch time.
And you're absolutely right. And I got to be honest with you, too. Could they stop, recycling the defensive, ends through there? Von Miller, Joey Bosa, I'm surprised they didn't try to sign Cam Jordan. I actually wanted the Bears to sign Cam Jordan, but he went back to the Saints.
Yeah, no, I did. The Broncos were in on that, too.
Well, and it makes sense with Sean Payton, right? Just like it makes sense with that, Yeah. Because we got Dennis Allen.
So I don't know. Okay, real quick, thoughts on Vrabel? Because we were going to talk about.
Okay, listen, folks. Tate touched on this earlier, and this is a crazy story. Let's just go back to when we first saw the photos. Tate, I texted you, and you were like, "Dude, they're doing it." And you're like, they don't touch like that. Like, remember when I was like, well, those photos don't necessarily prove anything. I'm trying to be all diplomatic. You're like, no way, they're doing it.
You're not hugging someone and holding their hands at the same
time. In an adult only resort, by the way. Yeah.
They're cheating.
Yeah.
He's been cheating with her
for years.
Came out for
years.
8 years.
For years.
Here's my thing. I don't believe in adultery. I think it's screwed up.
Okay.
I think that's a judge of his character, too.
I think so, too.
John Fox used to cheat. I knew women in Denver when I was on the dating scene before I found my lovely lady, who was freaking...
You and John Fox in the same dating pools?
Yeah. Imagine that.
Lordy.
Scumbag. A lot of them are. I'm not saying all of them, but
they all are. Yeah, sorry. They're not all. Okay. Sorry. Ben Johnson, never mind. I'm sorry.
Deserve to lose her job. I don't think she deserves the crap, too.
The only thing that I'll say about her,
everything gets magnified. You know how many people? You know how many marriages fell of cheating?
I'm
not saying it's right.
It's not right.
It's
not right. It's not right. But here's the thing: it's not right.
But
listen. As for his job does not have anything to do with this, in my opinion. Yeah, does it call in the character? Yes. Does he have to reestablish trust from his team as a head coach? Probably. Yes. Because you know why? He probably went into that team every day and was like, hey, man, we talk about accountability and respect, and da-da-da-da-da, and then all of a sudden, hey, coach, what's up with Diana? She has, on her thing with her job, is journalistic integrity. And if she's trading favors for things, that's where the things get a little bit gray for me.
And how many other reporters do the same thing she does?
I'm not gonna kid you, but you know, I mean, listen, I was hearing all the arguments of like, oh, if a guy reporter sits with the coach for a late beer, you don't say anything. But if a girl reporter sits, yeah, I understand that. But the guy reporter wasn't had pictures where they're holding hands and caressing and sitting in the hot tub together. I mean, come on. I mean, you know, sooner or later, common sense has got to get through. At an adult-only couples resort. Yes. Yeah. I mean, once you say it out loud,
that's
it's
my
like...
thing. I don't think it's right. I think, like, for being a family man,
yeah.
I feel bad for his family and all that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, and that's on him, though. Like, he's going to have to report. He's going to have to fix that. Yeah.
Look at Robert Kraft got caught with prostitution. That's way worse.
Can we just say this, that, like, being that he's on the New England Patriots, that it's like Kraft can't go, hey, you don't see... Never mind. You're just... Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. Mike, I'll call you later. I got another call coming in.
And plus, he's a hell of a coach. If you want to just talk about
listen, I'm going to be... It's going to be interesting because I thought that they weren't going to give them the opening game because of this nonsense, but I actually think that they gave them the opening game because of this nonsense. Because wait till the shit storm starts, pardon my language, folks. Sorry, London. That once this game gets closer, and if there's a Rossini talk and this, oh man, there's gonna be there's gonna be some chum in the water, bud. There's gonna be some sharks flying.
You're way digital. You've been digital for like 20 seconds. Just to let you know.
Okay. Am I back?
I don't think anybody got that. You're digital.
I was digital? Okay, I'm back now. All right, well, I'll definitely try to see what I can...
digital the last 5 minutes.
Well, you've been starting to get digital the last 5 minutes. All right, well, I think that should wrap it up. We've been talking for an hour. We're going to start hitting you guys every week.
Yeah.
We're going to start hitting you guys every week. Our adoring fans need us. They want us. You've been talking for us. Yeah. Here we go. Just a couple guys talking football.
We're high, like, the amount of people reaching out to us when you guys are going to do another podcast.
I actually did have a lot of people ask, hey, how's the podcast? I'm like, oh, he's recovering, and I'm busy, and...
Yeah. We're taking it to the next level next year, folks.
This is it, folks. Get ready, because I hope you like just a couple guys talking football, because that's what we're going to give you. All right, other than that, Tate, great chatting, but we are out.
Like a good one.
Oh, yeah.
It was great because it wasn't like a transition to me learning how to do it. You know?
No. I think we're going to be rapid fire this year.